At least the line's not dead.
A 25-cent deposit is required to make this call. Please hang up. Deposit 20.
It's another raven that looks like me. I have nothing to say to it. It's a limb of something. Tempting, but no. Dark and deep. I guess that's what passes for an anvil here. And I thought he looked bad when his fire went out. Is anyone there? 8-3?
Atri, that is my name.
Why have you called me?
You said your name was Atri, but in another place. I think I knew you as 8-3.
Atri died, so that 8-3 might live. So, there he was, and here I am.
You were one of the ones who did whatever it was you did to Nineveh, aren't you?
And you're one of the ones who blames the doctor for the sickness he couldn't stop. So here in your head, you've painted me a poisoner, and a freak, and a dwarf, and a number. So, which of us makes monsters?
What the hell do you mean, I make monsters?
I am but a walking shadow. This is your game to play. You picked the pieces, laid the board, and made the rules.
What did you mean when you said, here in my head?
You walked through your mouth to get here. Where else did you think we were?
I thought we were in Deadland.
Where could the land of the dead be, other than our memories?
So you two are the same person?
How many lives, how many selves have you scattered across this place and the other one? You should know by now that every man contains a multitude, and life is a process of elimination.
So Atri was eliminated?
In time, a man's name becomes the sum of his shames. It turns poisonous. It shrinks him and sickens him until he thinks the whole world is made of poison. And then he thinks, better to come of age again, to be a number, the sum of primes, highly cototient. Yes, there's safety in numbers. And so poisonous Atri is left behind, and industrious 8-3 soldiers on.
In another place, you, or 8-3, made things for me. Can you do that for me here?
With what? I have nothing but my own burning shame. And even here, no work is done without an order.
Can you make me something?
With what? I have...
Can you make... Goodbye.
A funny phrase, you know. Once, it meant God be with you. Does that really seem a fitting farewell in this pit?
I couldn't even use the regular anvil myself. Looks even less fun than before. I liked him more with the grin. There's some kind of building where the crab was, and a bunch of mirrors. That tent looks more like some kind of swollen growth. The webs are too thick and strong. I can't break through them. It's the wrong tool for the job. Human skulls in another kind of shooting gallery, except without any gun. I can't reach the skulls, and there's no gun to shoot them with. It's not long enough to reach them. It's too far off.
Is someone there? Or is it just the wind?
Hello? It seems to be ignoring me. It's another raven that looks like me. Tempting, but no. It's some kind of drainage bowl, or bowel. It's part of the structure, or whatever this is. I can't use this as a work order, or anything else. I think I preferred the noose. They were helpful last time. Deadland.
Well, I'm glad we're seeing eye to eye. That's not funny.
Plan.
Is it even still a tree? Or some kind of aorta? You look just like me.
Two men can look the same, and yet see very differently.
No, really. Are you me?
A stranger asks a blind man, "Who am I?" But how can he possibly expect an answer? Wait, tell me your name. Yes?
I don't know.
You see?
See what?
That you are begging the question.
Do you have any meat? Or bread?
No. The fool folds his hands together and eats his own flesh.
Are you sure you don't have any meat?
I have none. As I said, the fool eats his own flesh.
Why are you just sitting here, letting that snake thing drip venom on you?
When I could see, I saw a tree with a snake and thought it the tree of knowledge. So I sat and hoped to learn. Now I'm blind and have nowhere else to go.
There used to be a tree here, and an old man. What happened?
The wheel is broken at the well, and days have lengthened like a shadow.
No, really, where are we? And what happened to the carnival?
Do not say, why were the old days better than these? For it is not wise to ask such questions.
Is there anything I can do to help with the snake?
Once, I think, there was a woman who caught the snake's venom in a bowl as it fell and spared me some suffering. Now I wonder if she was just a dream, or whether she became the tree, or was the tree all along.
What happened to your eyes? Did you feed them to that snake thing?
No, I looked the wrong way for wisdom, and the bitter poison I saw left me blind. But in time, I learned that while the wise have eyes in their heads, and the fool walks in darkness, the same fate overtakes them both.
Goodbye.
Remember the days of darkness, for there will be many.
It's some kind. I can't pry it loose.
2.
He's writing down whatever the raven thing says.
It's easier sometimes not to think for yourself.
Well, what's your name?
The dead know nothing. They have no further reward, and even their name is forgotten.
It's not just you. Everywhere I look here, I see us.
Ego of egos. All is ego.
You really don't know your name?
Well, I remember the name Gershom, but whether it's mine, or yours, or both of ours, I can't quite say. What I can tell you is, a good name is better than a fine perfume.
Is there anything I can do to help with the snake?
If you could find a way to catch the venom.
I've got a feeling I'm gonna need a work order.
Peeking ahead? Or have you guessed that what has been done will be done again? Well, if a fool wants to break free of a glass house, he only needs to throw a stone. Goodbye.
Wait.
I don't need the target practice. So what is the fate of blind fools and wise men?
Chasing after the wind.
Have you learned anything sitting here?
Yes, I learned that in much wisdom is much grief, and he that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow.
What are those quotes you keep spouting?
The assembled wisdom of worthless toil. Goodbye.
Good for the goose, good for the whatever that is. My tooth!
Tooth? You can't fool me into writing vulgarity.
My finger!
Finger, eh?
It's illegible.
Let the G be miswritten. Alas, Elil, Alleluia.
Listen, I was trying to get to a woman, and this thing, this dark thing, it became a crab. And I think I killed it, but somehow, it sent me here, wherever here is. and I need to get back to her somehow. That much I know.
The dead, who have already died, are happier than the living, who are still alive.
But isn't death different here?
You ask, but I can't possibly answer. For in the realm of the dead, there is neither knowledge nor wisdom.
Why can't you just speak for yourself?
Because fools multiply words, while a man worn by wisdom knows there is nothing new under the sun.
Is there anything I can do to help with the snake?
If you could find a...
Even if you can't tell me about death, at least tell me how to get back to her.
There is a time to search, and a time to give up.
What if I'm not ready to give up?
Pity anyone who falls, and has no one to help them.
Are you sure you don't have any meat?
I have none. As I said, the fool eats his own flesh.
I don't want your pity. I want a way back to her.
The sun rises and the sun sets, and hurries back to where it rises. Even a fool knows that if he wants to go back the way he came, he just needs to retrace his steps. Goodbye. Four.
How thoughtless. I have nothing to say to it. There's nothing else in there. Well, I found it. Or maybe it found me. How would that even work?
It is an order, but how can I obey with no tool or material? It is a tool, not raw material.
He looks like he wants to eat me. He's too fast. Hello?
I hate talking to myself.
I warned you about the rides, didn't I? It's an ad for Balm of Gilead. Find out today at the shooting gallery. Maybe I should just jump. It can't get any worse. I couldn't even use the regular. I wonder how many of these I'll collect before this is over with. They're already broke. They're all... That's... You can't make anything but dust from a rock. I don't want to break it. I don't want to break...
It is a tool.
Will this do?
Put something I can work with on the nodule first.
You've got a hammer now. Make me something.
From what? Bring me the raw stuff on which to do my work, and an order to drive me to it.
Farewell, then.
Here, I expect to fare poorly.
Nothing but... I'm glad... I don't need the tar...
Who would have that sweet balm of Gilead? Some visitor, gently rapping, tapping, nothing more.
There's no gun, and I can't... In this head, by horror haunted, where you tremble, shamed and daunted, there is something you have wanted. One thing only, nothing more. Waiting here, within a bottle, the promise of surcease of sorrow, a vacant past, and no tomorrow. Will you take it, we implore? Yes?
Take it, we implore.
There's a bottle labeled Balm of Gilead. It's empty.
Oh, blind stranger, brought you in this place of danger to find some friendly face or welcome manger, some escape within a drawer? Fool! There is no balm, no calm, no Aiden. Gilead is gone, and so's your maiden. So keep this pain inside your cranium and bear its burden evermore.
An empty bottle of Balm of Gilead. Whatever that is. I've had enough of their mockery. There's nothing in the bottle. I don't want to get too close. Goodbye.
Me.
I have no more need of emptiness.
No need to do that. It seems to be...
Would this bottle help? I can't see to catch the poison.
2.
I don't want to get too close.
Tell.
I don't need the... It seems to be... I'm not trying that again. Hello? For once, something that doesn't talk. I'm no snake charmer.
You.
I've had a... They're never going to give me any Balm of Gilead.
You want to go up? Try going down instead.
Here goes nothing.
Just missed it.
When am I going to hit the bottom?
What bottom?
What the hell? You?
Yes, me. Now listen. In the world of entomology, an imago is an insect in its final mature state, typically winged. In the world of psychotherapy, however, an imago is an idealized mental image of another person, wielding great power over the psyche, power to unify the fragmented body, Lacan writes. In Latin, of course, the word means image, or echo, or phantom.
What are you talking about?
Whichever it was that you sought in the pit, the last stage of growth, the idealized person of another, or a ghost in the dark, I advise you to look up, not down in your search. You can fall to your end, but not to a proper ending.
Wait. What does it all mean?
Brother, We cicadas crawl through the dark earth for 6,000 days, just to fly for a few brief weeks of light and love. You ask me what it means. I tell you, do not waste your wings, and do not spurn the mana you are given.
I guess that cicada threw up some of the roots it was chewing on.
Pen and paper are enough for me.
I might need it.
A.
Nope. I saw where that came from. That's not going to work. Can you work with that?
Oh, yes. Only black bile defies my craft. This is what's left from intellect gnawing at the roots of wisdom. From it would come something incisive. You need only give your order. There is tooth, fit for one who would bite deeply.
He's too fast. A little like me. Or maybe I should say it looks like a little me. A lot like a little me. There's so many of them. That's...
Always come back to the knife. But has it ever helped you? Were you ever able to cut loose from misery? To strike a blow against your demons? Never. Dull, dull, dull.
I'll just give him a little poke. Not exactly. Are you me? Can you tell me anything about this place? Listen, I'm trying to get back to a woman. She has golden hair. I think she meant a lot to me. Maybe everything. Maybe the only thing. So I think she probably meant something to you, too. You know her, don't you? You want to find her too. Don't just growl at me. Help me get back to her. Well, that failed. Look, I can see that you're a person. For God's sake, act like it. Okay, let's try it your way. Ah! Huh. Another homunculus. Just like the last one. They're never going to... They weren't even interested in the big version. I found this homunculus. It looks just like us.
Keep it to yourself. One of me is too much already.
Goodbye. I don't want to clue. There's gotta be a better way to poison this thing. It seems to be ignoring me. I'm pretty sure you don't bring a knife to a snake fight. In fact, I'm pretty sure I should stay out of snake fights entirely. It's not for me to put him out of his misery. Or I'm done with branch breaking for the day. Week? Month? Year? How long has it been? I'm done with... Might just work.
Ah, well done.
Some.
Is that what you think you are? A poor martyr caught in the coils of circumstance. It should be her beneath the snake, succumbing to the drip, drip, drip of a death you cannot stop. Naive indeed, but you'd rather paint yourself a victim to blunt the pain of failure. The truth is sharper than a serpent's tooth, isn't it?
Here we go again. He definitely didn't look happy. There's a note stuck inside. The world is a masquerade. Faces, costumes, voices, all pretend. We all wish to appear as we are not. We deceive ourselves, and in the end, we do not even recognize ourselves. The sign reads, "The sleep of reason produces monsters."
Hey, you! Or is it, hey, me?
Neither. We're all fakes. The tracks seem to be leading up. Who are you?
Just think of us as fragments. Masqueraders.
Fakes. Where are we? The carnival? My head? Why not both?
A Coney Island of the mind.
Can you help me find her? The woman. I know you know who she is.
Sure thing.
Walk up the tracks. Do it yourself.
That's the whole problem.
It's not a pilgrim's progress when you hitch a ride.
But you've still gotta get past us.
Masqueraders? You don't even have masks.
If your friend the cicada were here, do you know what he'd say?
Mask. From the Latin, masca.
A cover for the face. A specter.
A nightmare.
And we all have nightmares here, don't we?
Onkos was the Greek word. It meant the mask worn by an actor in a tragedy.
It also meant a weight or a burden.
The mass of misery that hangs on the head of one who suffers.
And we all have burdens here, don't we?
Can you take off the mask? Set down the burden. Wake up from the nightmare.
That's what you've been doing.
Your mind is a matryoshka.
But be careful. What's underneath could be worse.
Get past you?
Sure thing.
Just need to look us in the face.
And say please.
Worse? Sure, we put on masks for a reason, don't we?
Maybe under all those layers of overcoats, there's only a dead rat.
And what if there's nothing beneath? Please?
Sure thing. Just tell me this. Do you remember what you called me? The man you were?
I called you a fool.
Liar! You called me a hanged man. Why?
Because we were already condemned. We just didn't realize it yet.
And how about me? The man before you. What did you call me? Do you remember?
I called you a fool.
Why?
Because we should have found a way to help her. Well, then, now it's my turn. The you who is to come. What did you say I was? Remember? I called you a hermit. You gonna tell me why? You really need to ask? Because she's gone.
Well, that's that. Maybe you'll do better at looking yourself in the face up there.
Up where?
You'll see.
Hopefully that hike won't repeat itself. I think I'd rather hit the tree again. I'm sick of looking at myself. It's not like my luck can get any worse. Only 2 rocks left. Just enough for what needs to be done. Here we go again. Well, last one. For once I did something right. I'm sick of being watched, too. Not bad. Well, look at that. In we go.
Please write your name to continue.
There's no switch. So, what do I write?
You did not write your name.
Hey, it's blank again.
Please write your name to continue.
Just an ordinary mirror. No going back. Hello? Hello? Well, I guess it's an eye, not an ear. There's no switch.
Please write your name to continue. Did you really think that was your name that you wrote?
It's out of reach. There's no switch. A flickering lamp. It's out of reach. Again. That's not going to help.
Please write your name to continue. You did not write your name. Please write your name to continue.
Worth a try?
You are a fool, but you did not write your name. Please write your name to continue.
That's it, isn't it? Your name. Ha! Well, I wasn't planning on going back anyway.
The man who takes the right path will find his cup runs over, while he who goes the other way will, by and by, be left with nothing.
I can barely even see myself with these pieces missing. The mirror looked special, but it's just my same old reflection. Same old reflection. Same... It's out of reach. I can't just lean over and drink. Whew, strong stuff. Well, it worked for Alice. My head feels strange. No more. No more. A ladder? That wasn't there before. Funny. No bottle down here. I don't want to touch it. A cyclopean eye. Again. Where is it? What the hell? It's a raven's head on my body. A nice change, actually.
Quote the raven, huh? All right. Ever heard of the mirror mark test? Eggheads use it to see if an animal really knows itself. You put the thing in front of a mirror, and you put a mark on its forehead. Then you see, does it understand the animal in the mirror is its own reflection? Or does it just get mad and lash out? Everything from God to Corvids have passed it. And yet, here you are. Oh, so you don't like the mirror? Well then, let me give you another mark to work with. Ravens mate for life. Actually, most of us birds are monogamous, which means that thing you humans find so romantic. You're not spotting yourselves in swans and turtle doves. You're admiring the avian in humanity. It's the closest you'll ever get to flying, really.
Hello?
Still lashing out. Only a fool thinks he needs a broken mirror to reflect a broken man.
A little broken glass never hurt anybody, right? It's shattered. Hello?
Mystic, sacred, mythic, profane. And so the wheel turns on and on. Young eyes see the world for what it is. But from our teachers we learn pareidolia. Our vision warps until we see nothing but distorted versions of ourselves in every stone and socket. And when one sees his sin etched in every inch, he's left with no choice but blindness.
Too slow. Always too slow. Hello?
Did you think I was full? That I was gone? No. I will hound you until I swallow your world.
Well, it's progress. We're getting there. Oh. It's out of... I don't want to touch it. There. What is that? Even I know better than to touch that. Someone once told me, the man who stands at a strange threshold should be cautious before he crosses it. But what else am I going to do? I did it! I made it back! It's not even locked. I'm here. What? What is that? No!
Oh, this is always my favorite part. Like I told you, you always drop the ball at the end.
No!
Don't bother. I'm already inside your head. You know that. I've always been watching. Watching you squander and ruin every single good thing in your life. Did you think you could win? Idiot. Take a good look at the setting you made for our little escapade. In your heart, you knew this was a carnival game. You knew life was a carnival game. Rigged from start to finish. It was never a matter of winning. Just a question of how much you would lose before you realized it was time to quit. Well, ready to quit yet? Yet? Aren't you sick of running? Your whole life. Running from that dark thing always just behind you, like a black dog. Hungry, angry, relentless. And you fed it, didn't you? Let it grow big enough to swallow the sun, didn't you? And now there's nowhere left to run. Too heavy to lift. I guess I'm nowhere. I've fallen enough. That's the thing with shadows. You can never escape them, unless you go into utter darkness. But you failed even at that. You're too worthless to even quit while you're behind, let alone to win. You really thought you could save her from that dark crab that had her in its clutches. After all, a man is meant to be the hero of his own adventure. But not you. You are just a husk. A rat. I can't move with this noose around my neck. They don't have a cutting edge. That won't help. You, of all people, should know the playwright's truth. Death is never a tragedy. Death is where a tragedy ends. You're left with nothing but masks and metaphors, excuses and equivocations, and a woman always just out of reach.
Now there's nothing below. I've fallen enough. That's not going...
What do we make of a man who plays a deadly game, but only when the rules say he can't die? You're worse than a pawn. A sacrifice can't save your queen. And even if you reach the end of the board, she's not coming back. And it's all your fault.
That's not...
Failure.
I don't want to. This is starting to feel like...
Deja vu, but not quite. Now, you're going to think I'm telling you about jamais vu for the first time. No matter how often we've already had this conversation. It's when you've heard something before, been somewhere before, met someone before, and yet it feels completely unfamiliar. If a man writes death 1,000 times, he starts to wonder, is that even a word? But it is. Oh, how it is.
That's not how I crossed it before, and it's not how I have to cross it this time either. I don't want to lose it. That's not going to help. That's not the right way to grapple with this problem. That's not... I don't want...
Fraud.
That's not going to... Now we're getting somewhere.
No.
You're on a journey to nowhere, and you're wearing yourself to nothing. Do you really think you can escape me?
I've got you.
I did it. I made it. But the dark thing, it's right behind me. There is no dark thing, you liar. These symbols are evasions. Crows, crabs, clowns. This grab bag of myths and masks and make-believe. It's all an evasion. She's dead. Do you understand? You can't talk your way out of that. You can't cut your way out of that. You can't imagine your way out of that. This figment, this fragment. Savor all you want, or don't. It doesn't matter. She's a fake, and you're a fraud. You already failed. You didn't save her. You can't. She's dead. This whole carnival is a lie. A funhouse mirror. Because you're too ashamed to look in a real mirror and see who you really are. You know I'm right. The only thing in your whole damned adventure that's ever been true is what I've been saying. I am your mirror.
He's right, isn't he?
He's telling you facts. But what a mirror can show is a dim reflection at best. Our lives, ourselves, they're more than just facts. They're truths. And all those symbols let us see the world's truths through the eyes of another, as a lover's eyes show us our own bright selves. You saw me, and I have never stopped seeing you, my love.
But are you dead?
Yes, dead, not gone. I'm here, aren't I?
Shadow of me. He's here too.
If there's a shadow in your mind, it's because there's a light in your mind to cast it. You thought I was the light, but it was always inside you. I saw it. The whole world is full of lights, shining in the darkness, like the sky is full of stars, and the field is filled with fireflies. You thought I caught you as you fell through darkness, but you were the light I saw. We caught each other. In here, out there, our light is still shining. And now, once more, you need to spread your wings and fly toward that light.
But the wings were wrecked when I crashed.
Those were a crutch. You have what you need, my love.
He has nothing, and he will fly nowhere. Beyond this gloom in which you're hiding, there's just reality, as hard and sharp as a knife. Out there is what you're running from. Your black dog, your dark thing. Your shadow. We are the reflection of a life you can't look in the face.
Don't look it in the face, my love. Look it in the eyes. And soar.
It's a long way down. I can't even see the bottom.